It's the final week. And last year, we had the playoffs minus a little bit of seeding completely locked. And I think that was the first time we've ever had that. And we're right back into a crazy playoff race going into week 14. But first, before we get into the playoff scenarios, we need to bid farewell to our eliminated teams. More Grams, good team. Well, okay team, not a 2-11 record. It was great having you this year. Keep fighting in the playoffs. Who's our next worst team? Rob. To the surprise of maybe just himself, but no one else. Again, is it bad? Is this team bad? Like, is this a team that should be?
I think there's other than Garrett Wilson, there's a slight weakness at receiver, but it's kind of just come down to like
he was hurt though.
Nico being injured. Yeah, Nico being injured. Addison and Waddle have not been good. Never mind great this year. But I mean, Josh Jacobs is a great pick. Tyron Tracy was I imagine was a free agency pickup. Great pick. But yeah, I mean, like that ETM pick, I don't think anybody could ever see coming how bad he's been this year.
AP's team wasn't bad because of like stupid picks.
Yeah, he didn't draft badly.
Like no one thought Waddle and Etienne would suck, and he also drafted Tracy.
He drafted Tracy?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Because
that would great shout, great prediction, great gamble on that.
It just didn't work out. Now, Burd or Steve going into this week? It's Burd. Burd caught the injury bug pretty heavy, although he wasn't. This might be his first year with some pretty big injuries. I guess it was just his time because he also had what I thought at least was a good team. Pacheco hurt. I don't think Kyron got hurt. No, Kyron didn't get hurt.
Cooper
Kupp got hurt. Brian Robinson missed a lot of games. Laporta just not great this year for where he had to draft him.
Was a weird one. That's like the ETN for Rob. This is like the weird. He was really good, and then he got knocked the fuck out, and then he was like kind of good again, and then he was. He
had AJ Brown up until this week.
Yeah.
So like Devonta Smith was doing great. Trades for him, and then Devonta Smith just falls off the face of the earth.
That's true. Actually, I forgot about that trade.
But yeah, I mean, he caught some injuries. He had Stroud as well at quarterback. It's just one of those years where things didn't go right. I expect to see Burd right back into the thick of it. Another big surprise. Steve was a team that almost always made the playoffs. He's one of our few repeat champions.
Yeah.
He might be our only repeat champion, actually. But yeah, so this is his team.
Holy fuck. His team's stacked.
He had, his receivers, I think, were the letdown of the team. We had Neighbors.
Yeah.
It was Neighbors.
Neighbors and McConkey, or,
But like, when did he come?
Tank Dell. Yeah, he came good in week 11 properly, consistently.
Yeah, came in late. I mean, Tank has been a disappointment too.
Yeah, Tank's been really bad this year.
And I think it was just the receivers that let him down because he had Mason for a long time in the first half of the season, Rashad White and Derrick Henry, and Neighbors and Jaden Daniels. It was just that wide receiver too, but I don't know. It just didn't kind of come together for him this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then our last team to be eliminated, and this one was fresh, so I'm sorry, Jim. Losing last week was tough. You got blown out, not because of your own team, but Drew's team just dominated on you. But the theme of injuries continues. Jim had McCaffrey, and he didn't get to play him at all.
I mean, McCaffrey and Brees. After you draft McCaffrey and Brees, you're like, yep, I'm winning this league. And then
he drafted Chuba. Chuba basically replaced McCaffrey.
That was a great draft pick. Chuba's been really good this year.
Yeah, and Trey McBride. I'm surprised I don't know. I'm surprised he was not better than 6 and 7. Like, you look at the names. Oh, he just got Calvin Ridley.
Oh, yeah, you got Calvin? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tom.
Terry, you have Terry, though. Terry's been good this year. I think Terry's been like the wide receiver 4,
3.
maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, number
Yeah,
3. Yeah. So that
so
is
lucky.
it for our eliminated teams. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And we're going to swing right into it and start off with the easiest scenario. I have this little cute fantasy football hub here. And this guy, it's only week 14 because it's the only week left. But if there's multiple weeks, you can select multiple weeks and kind of play out scenarios for how each team can make it or not. So we're going to group Tanner, which is RIP or RI Puka, and Matti, one of your favorite names because she white wine Chardonnay,
Alcohol.
into one segment here. And we got the points on the bottom right here so everyone can see their teams. Points scored because tiebreakers are going to mean a lot. And Tanner and Matti both actually play each other. So this is simple. No other matchup matters to them. They're both 9-4. And they both have me and Drew are like right next to them in points scored. But I'm not outscoring Tanner by 100 and maybe 90 points. Like it's just not happening. And Matti I'm not Matti's division, so that doesn't matter. Basically, Tanner wins. He clinches the 1 seed. Matti clinches the 2 seed. So you both are going to have buys. It's just a matter of, I think, 1 seed versus 2 seed. I don't know if there's a way for any of this to change. So definitely, even if Justin wins, his points scored are so low, it doesn't matter, Matti, if you lose. The only way maybe something shakes up, let's see. So Matti wins. Tanner's 9-5. But it would have to be Justin, myself, or Tom. And our points, this is not going to happen. There's no way. I think these buys are locked up. Is there anything I'm missing here, Cushy? Is there any way,
I was
Matti?
about to say, I'm pretty sure those two, Tanner and Matti, have the buys.
Yeah, I don't think, because I can't pass Tanner because he's in my division. So if I outscored Matti by like 50 points this week somehow, I would pass him in points scored with a tied record, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, so they're locked. They're going to be the 1 and the 2 seed, and let's move on to the next section here. Justin, well. I see you change your name back after you put Alan back in. I like it. I like the attention to detail you got going on there. This is your segment, just for you. We're going to look at your matchup. We got your points scored on the bottom, which unfortunately you're losing just about every tiebreaker. But you have a game at hand here. So 8-5, their outcome does not matter to you. This has no impact whether Tanner wins, whether Matti wins. That was the first scenario we did. You're down here. So we're going to run through if you lose, and we're going to run through if you win. I'm pretty sure if you win, it's just winning in. Easy. Nothing else matters. You can't get a bye, though, because the best you can do is tie Matti or Tanner, but your point scored is too low. So if you win, you're basically the 3 seed. Doesn't matter what anyone else does. That's correct, right, Cushy? Nothing, right? That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So now it gets tricky if you lose. Because if you lose, you can still clinch. But there is the chance, slim chance, that you could miss, but I doubt it. So what has to happen? What's first here? What do you see, Cushy?
Who
We
needs
have
to win? Basically, I can't recognize you, Tom, and Drew. I'm gonna say.
so we'll go this. I don't think this matchup matters either. This one has no.
No, that's an Elam game, maybe.
So Justin, you're watching. Actually, all 3 of these might matter. You're definitely watching this game because if Ryguy wins and Drew wins, so is that it? Is it just Ryguy and Drew?
Ryguy and Drew, yeah.
What if Ryguy loses? Then you're in. Okay.
Ooh.
What if Drew loses? You're in. Okay. Does my game matter? What if I lose? What if I lose all Ryguy loses? You're in. Wait. No, this is incorrect. This is not using our ESPN system. It would be 1, 2, 3 division winners. Then it's just the next best 3. So 4, 5. Oh, because Ryguy loses 7. Never mind. That makes sense. Okay. So you need one. If you lose, you need one of Ryguy. I think it's just Ryguy. Ryguy or Drew. In this scenario, even if I lose, I'm in. So my game doesn't matter. Do this. Yeah, just 3 games. You need. If you lose and both Drew and Ryguy win, you're out. If you lose and both and one of them lose. Oops. Hold on. If one of them lose, right? So you're in here. If Drew loses and Ryguy wins, you're in. But if Drew wins and Ryguy loses, you're in. If they both win, you're out. Okay. So that's it, right? Did I do that right?
Think so?
Is there any other scenario? Does that make sense to you how I explained it?
You asking me?
Yeah, you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you're asking me or the audience.
No, I can't. I'm not asking the
adoring
audience.
fans.
No, I believe, yeah. So it's win and in. If you lose, you need one of Ryguy or Drew to lose. So odds are pretty much in your favor here, but there is always a possibility. Keep an eye on those matchups and we'll be good to go.
It is time to review Ferg's preview of the how he gets into or misses the playoff thing. I think that's it.
Yeah.
It's time, and we will do it right now.
Oh, it's not game of the week. Okay, so what games don't matter to me? This game doesn't matter.
One.
This game doesn't matter. My own game matters. I think that's it. All the other games matter.
All their games matter. Wow.
All I care about is if I can miss. So what's my worst case scenario here?
So, I mean, straightforward. If you win, are you in? Let's find that.
100%. I'll have 9 wins.
Right. Win and you're in. Fucking easy.
But lose, and can I lose? So my worst case would be this, and one of, I guess it would be, this is my worst case here. If Tom wins, Drew loses. If Drew wins, Tom loses. But how's my point scored of Tom? Okay, I'm up a good chunk, but not like a crazy amount. Basically 1460 to 1415. So that's carry the 145. Did I do that right? Yeah. So Tom has to outscore me by 45 points if he loses.
What? Here, see the bottom one. Have Justin losing.
Well, I'm trying to do my worst case.
I know. Well, see, I feel like if Justin loses, that could fucking wait. If Justin loses, he's just out, or what actually happens there? Because I'm trying to. I don't know. It's all very confusing. But
it's we're looking at my team specifically, like what happened. Yeah,
points,
but I have points scored over Justin. So
Justin, okay, that no, I'm alive now. I know.
Yeah, I don't think this matchup matters really for me.
Okay.
So we say like worst case he wins, he goes 9-5, and he knocks down Drew, who has a lot more points scored. He's only 5 behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So I could enter a tiebreaker. It's really worst case. It would be between a point score between me, Ryguy, Drew, and Tom, and I just can't be the last one, the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty safe, I think. Simple, winning in, lose, and Tom has to score a lot of points. Because Drew wouldn't have the win, so that doesn't matter. Right, Ryguy. We're doing worst case. So this is always a win. This is always a loss, always a win. Yeah, if Tom wins, I lock it up. If Tom loses and I lose, it'd be a tiebreaker. So he'd have to beat me by 45. Okay, that's easy. Moving on. Young Thomas, 8-5, 87% chance. Can he make it? I don't know. There's a world where he misses, though. And also an easy world where he makes it. Again, I think we're going to just assume it's going to be winning in. So if you win, worst case scenario for you would be I win, Ryguy wins. I don't know if this game matters, but we'll do Justin wins. This game doesn't matter. Yeah, you're winning in, Tom. So that's easy. But now, if you lose, I think there's a world where literally this scenario. So this game we know doesn't matter. If Tom loses, this outcome doesn't matter. So it's lose, which directly makes Drew win. So they immediately go to a tied record, but the points, Drew's up 40 points on Tom. But if Drew beats him, then he can't outscore him. So wait. So if Drew wins, what happens if I lose? We'd be tied. So I'd have to have a really shitty week, and Tom would have to outscore me by 45, which that would be weird if he lost. I think it comes down to Ryguys. Okay, this is an easy one too. So, Tom, if you win, you're in. If you lose and Ryguy wins, you're out. You're only impacted by 2 matchups. I'm pretty. Let's hold on. Oh, maybe not. I lied. So winning in, you need one of Ryguy or Justin to lose if you lose. If they both win, you are out at 8-6, which is crazy that an 8-6 team might be missing. So here's the simple: watch your own matchup, watch Ryguy's matchup, watch Justin's matchup. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The end. Mr. Drew and Mr. Ryguy. I think these are the 2 most interesting ones. This is the current standings. As of now, if the playoffs started today, Drew is in. Ryguy, you're missing. But we have 1 more week. Now, we know this game doesn't matter. And we know this game doesn't matter. We'll run through Drew's first. He has more points scored. So we're going to assume a Drew win. Can he miss if he wins? So we got to give him his worst case scenario here. So if he wins, that drops Tom down to there. He has more points scored than Tom. Out. I'm pretty sure Drew's just winning in. That's it. Easy. But now if he loses, it gets a little more interesting. So if you lose, you're 7-7. That means Tom wins. Can't catch me, so my game doesn't matter. It would really come down to... So Drew, you're looking at Ryguy and Justin. So as of now, if you lose and they both win, you're out. But if you lose and Ryguy loses, you might be in. It would really come down to your point score tiebreaker. You guys are within 8 + 4, 12 of each other. That's really close. So you have a 12-point gap.
That's the one to watch this week, I think.
Yeah, Ryguy and Drew head to head. I think, and Ryguy beat Drew in the finals last year too. Wow, now they're fighting. That's A little bit of a rivals going there. And, well, but if he loses, then it doesn't matter what happens in Justin's game. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Drew needs Ryguy to lose and to outscore him by 12 if he loses. Nothing else matters. These don't matter. These don't matter because even if I lose, then these don't matter. All right, Drew, yours is pretty simple too, actually. Win and in, lose, and Ryguy needs to lose. And then potentially 12-point difference. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ryguy. We saved the best for last. It's Ryguy. Now, Ryguy, I want to lead with the statement. You once said you just want to be in the mix for the playoffs and not be eliminated after halfway through the season. You're in the mix, and of course the goal is to make the playoffs. But if the worst case scenario happens, you are where you always want to be. You're week 14. Every game has mattered up to this point. Huge week. Let's see if you can get in, and let's see what needs to happen. So, we know from earlier ones, Tanner's and Matty's game doesn't matter. Bird's and Steve's game does not matter. We're going to start with assuming you win. Okay. And then we'll go through a worst case scenario if you win. Your worst case is what? Justin wins, I guess. I don't think that really matters, honestly. I don't think my worst case, so I would have to win. And now if Tom wins, what happens? Tom wins, you're in. Ooh, wait. Hold on. Tom loses, and you're still in if you win. Cushy, is Ryguy just winning in?
I think so. Yeah.
I think he is straight up winning in with no other matchups mattering to him.
It's because Drew and Tom are kind of the main competitors, and they both play each other. So one of them's going to lose, and that's kind of Ryguy's win con is win and someone else lose. So Ryguy might literally just be winning in.
Yeah, this doesn't, because this wouldn't matter because Drew would have less wins, so the points scored doesn't matter. But Drew wins, Ryguy has so many more. Wait, does he? Oh, Ryguy has 42, 14, 32, 28 more points scored than Tom. So unless,
close enough.
Yeah, but you're thinking if Tom's losing, unless Ryguy puts up like 60 points, how is he going to outscore him by 28 when he's also losing?
Yeah, Ryguy just needs to avoid having a bum week.
Yeah, he probably just needs to play. Who is he playing? Jim? I mean, not like. I would play floor players personally. Like, not the whole roster, but if you're deciding between like a boom or bust and a floor, I think I'm just going for the floor personally. But what happens if you lose to Ryguy? So you win, you're basically in. Now, if you lose, what happens here? So you're losing, you're 7-7. That means you need Drew to lose. So Drew has to lose. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, comes down to points.
Yeah, so Drew, if you lose Ryguy, Drew has to lose, and you need to outscore him by 12 points if you both lose. Oh, man. These are Ryguy versus Jim and Drew versus Tom are like huge matchups. Maybe we'll do a little teaser episode tomorrow. Wait, I can't. Fuck. Damn it. Well, Ryguy, there you go. Hope to see you in there, pal.